This is one of last year exams. Let's see the first question here. True or false? The earthworm senses different stimuli by nerve net. Nerve net is the nerve sensation in hydra, not in earthworm. Earthworm has complex nervous system, so false. The pia matter, which is thin tissue, true. The dura matter is thick. Dendrite transmit nerve impulses away from the cell body, false. It is towards the cell body, not away. Posterior chamber is located between the cornea and the lens. Now the posterior, we said it is between the iris and the lens, so false. Abscisic acid helps close stomata during drought, true. Prolactin is a peptide hormone, true, because it's one of the pituitary gland. The mammary gland is endocrine, false. It is exocrine because it secretes through duct. Vasopressin increases the arterial blood pressure, true. Paramecium can reproduce sexually, false. It is asexually. The egg and plant are formed in mature embryo sac, true. The spermatognia cell in testes produce sperm, true. Spermatognia produce sperm and sertoli support and nourish sperms. If fertilization takes place, the hormone female estrogen will be inhibited. No, the hormone FSH will be inhibited, but estrogen will not be inhibited. The possibility of presence of gamete B from genotype D is going B capital D small from B capital B small D capital D small is 50%. Let's see. This one, how many gametes can make? It can be B capital D capital, one gamete, B capital D small, second gamete, B small D capital, and we have B small D small. So this B capital D small, B capital D small. Is it 50%? No, it is 25%, not 50%. So this is false. The sex chromosome in female of fruit fly XX. True, it is like human XX, XY. Gene is the unit of heredity which is represented by certain location of DNA. A gene is the unit of heredity which is represented by certain location of DNA. True. The second one, RNA transcription takes place in cytoplasm. False. It is in the nucleus. Biotechnology means changing the scientific knowledge of biology into practical application. True. Nitrobacter bacteria used to digest waste in presence of oxygen. True. In presence of oxygen to produce fertilizers. Mendel used self-pollination, female, to get first filial generation. Now, did Mendel use self-pollination to get F1? No. To get F1, he used cross-pollination, tall plant with short plant. But he used self-pollination, capital T small t, capital T small t, to get F2, not F1. So this is false. The gene I dominate completely over the gene IB. False. It is the opposite. IB dominates over I. So this is false. Let's look at part 2. The neuroglia that form the myelin sheath around the axon of neuron is Schwann. Schwann cells make myelin sheath. The speed of nerve impulse in myelinated fiber is 120 because it is myelinated. Part of the brain that controls heartbeat action is the brainstem. The coldness receptors, Krauss. Air stones, otilis, are found in vestibule. The site of secretion of gibberellin is gibberellin is produced from the embryo in the seed, also the growing tips and other, but also in the is not from old leaves, not from the seeds, not from the fruits. So gibberellin is produced from the seeds, the embryo and the seeds. Two glands are located above every kidney or adrenal gland. Cholecytokinin hormone stimulates the duodenum, but it stimulates to secrete bile. Which one secrete bile? Look here. it is produced from the duodenum, but it stimulates the gallbladder to secrete bile. The hormone that stimulates the production of melanin in the skin is melanin stimulating hormone. Palm trees can reproduce asexually by offset. The chromosome number of zygote, any zygote immediately 2n. The Graafian follicle in female reproductive system are found or are formed in the ovary. Graafian follicle are in the ovary. The embryonic membrane that protects the embryo from shocks is amnion because it contains the amniotic fluid. The enzyme in the sperm are found in the acrosome. Now, the possibility percentage for the genotype A, T, capital T small resulting from these. First of all, if we just look at it, we can do here how many gamete for A capital, T capital, A capital, A capital T small. Then we have A capital, A small here, T capital, and then we have, but if we cross them with this one, it will be all with A. So all of them will have A. Yes, it contains A small, but we don't have A small. So the percentage of getting A small from these two is zero. Immediately zero. You can do it. You can do the table, but then you'll find it is zero. Here, the genotype for the round are capital or are small. Seeds in pea plant, so it can round yellow. So this is round and this is yellow. This is not round. This is not round, not yellow. This is not yellow. So this is the correct answer, number 4. The genetic factors are called genes by the scientist Johnson. The genotype of a person has blood group O and rhesus positive hetero. Now O, this is O, and this is positive hetero. This is O, but positive homo. So this is the correct answer. A blood group that has antibody B only, it is A. A contains antibodies B. One of the characteristics which are sex influenced, which is baldness. Thus, color blindness, sex linked. Eye color is nothing. Skin color, it is polygene. Now, the nitrogenous base that does not found in DNA is not in DNA, as uracil. Uracil is not in DNA; it is in RNA. All the following codons work to stop. The stop codons, we have 3. This is stop codon, and this is stop codon. This is stop codon. So this is not stop codon. This is the answer. It is asking you about which is not a stop codon. The genetic code of an amino acid has how many bases? 3. Every genetic code has 3. We could have chymosin enzyme from. Now, if you notice here, this is Cladosporium resinae, which is digest plastic. Zoglia, this is to produce fertilizers, to digest that one waste in the presence of oxygen, the sewage. Penicillin, no. So, if you look in the book, it says Escherichia coli. It just gives you A. coli. Now, in the last few years, they focus on the last name more than the first name. So be careful about this one. This is the correct answer. Now let's see here. In the treatment of sewage, the temperature is raised to 25 degrees Celsius. The egg, which has taken from black-faced sheep and cloning has chromosome number, it is 1n. Then they remove the nucleus, it will be 0n, but the egg itself, because it is gamete, it is 1n. Now let's look here. This figure shows part of the tongue, okay, specialized in batter. Batter is the back, so it is number 1 here. The number of sperms resulting from division of one primary spermatocyte. One primary spermatocyte, it will give you 4 sperms. So it will be 4 here. The figure shows the mature embryo sac. The polar nuclei are indicated. This is the polar nuclei. 2. Number 2. The genotype HA is an example of dominance. It is the genes which shows incomplete dominance, because if we have HA and it meets with HF, now it shows incomplete dominance. So this is the end of the exam.